right, you know where I spent my 4th of July fireworks moment? It was over at On Top of the World. Oh my gosh, I had a ringside seat, Robin. I think it's the first time I ever actually saw fireworks in 3D. When you're that close, you actually can see that some of them are closer to you than the others, right?
Yeah.
You can see fireworks that, like in the distance, and it's kind of like a 2D thing, right? We know a lot about On Top of the World because of Robert Colen. He comes in every month or so, right? Twice a month? What do you do, Robert? Twice a month? And we talk about the beautiful community of On Top of the World where I saw fireworks. And Deanna Richardson is in the studio. Deanna is one of the human resources coordinators for On Top of the World. So I guess we'll talk a little bit about some opportunities to work over there. Good morning, Deanna.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Very good.
How's your family over in Puerto Rico?
Everybody's good.
What's the matter?
Everybody's good.
You get that all the
We knew you were going to ask.
you get that all the time? Well, I mean, it was so horrible. Is it? And I had a report last week that it's still not back to normal.
Yeah, a lot of people still don't have electricity.
Yeah,
but
are you getting
most
tired
of
of
them.
asking? Are you? Yeah, no. Okay, just.
Yeah. Everybody's doing good.
Yeah,
Everybody's safe. So
The Top of the World did really well during that hurricane, though, right?
they sure did. Yeah, they did.
We did great, actually, yeah.
So how's everything, Robert?
Everything is good. So,
Did you lose weight?
thank you. Yeah, I've lost about 20 pounds.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow. Good for you.
So, thank you. I was keeping the hair to make it more dramatic when I finally So,
Are you exercising with the
Yeah.
programs out On Top of the World?
no, I just...
Oh, you don't do that?
I diet and do a little bit of exercise.
With Cammie? Cammie picked us up that night of our fireworks.
Yeah, I know. She told me she was very excited that she picked you up at the 4th of July fireworks, so it was great. Yeah, you know, down in St. Petersburg, they were, every year they do a big show, and this year I guess everyone was out there ready to go, and then I was down in St. Petersburg area, 9:45 came, and there was no show, and they ended up canceling. I say thousands and thousands of people that got. So,
What happened?
Oh,
What
no.
happened?
and I guess the vendor screwed up somehow, but
The
yeah.
firework vendor. Really?
Oh, what
But I
a
was on
shame.
Treasure Island, so I didn't care.
Right. You must have had
Yeah.
a ringside seat for that.
And I
you
think
know.
Tampa canceled at the last minute as well. So.
Oh my gosh, what a shame.
See, if I was a kid with some bottle rockets, that would be my moment.
Yes.
Hold on, I can save the day. I got some fireworks right here for you all. Thank you
In
very
fact, that was happening when we were waiting for the traffic to
Was
call
it?
out at night. Somebody was on the lawn there shooting off bottle rockets, so your guys came out there to.
Oh, to clear.
much.
Yeah,
Pour
because
some
it was
water on
kind of
it.
dangerous. Yeah,
Pour some
because one person sent up one of those balloons, and then it came down with the fire in it, and then it came down and started the grass on fire.
Great.
So your guys were right there.
Oh,
So you got a good team.
what's going on over in the Middle East? There's fire kites and fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. Deanna, so how are the job opportunities? Is this a good time of year to recruit people?
Actually, we're not hiring as many or recruiting as many as we like. Of course,
Okay.
with all the rain and everything, we have a lot of openings in the grounds, residential, area. So we have a lot of opportunities. We have a lot of openings. So if anybody's interested, please go to autojobs.com, and they will be able to see the openings, the listings. We have more than just grounds, of course, but right now we definitely need a lot of people for the grounds, and we just came up with something different, which we haven't done before, which is also part-time for grounds.
Oh, really?
Yeah, usually it's full-time, which obviously with full-time comes benefits, and we have great benefits, everything from medical to vision, dental, 401k,
That's
paid
awesome, yeah.
vacations, PTO. I mean, we have a lot of
PTO, what's
opportunities.
What is PTO?
That is a personal time off.
Ah,
So you
okay.
get a week off. Like a lot of jobs, you have to wait 2 years before you get 2 weeks off. But On Top of the World, you actually get 2 weeks the first year. So that is
Oh.
Really,
awesome.
really?
Yes, that's really, really good. And it's so if anybody's interested, please go to Auto Jobs, and we'll get that application, and we'll get it processed.
One of the neat things about being there, I've been there for 15 years now. One of the neat things is, as you stay longer, you accumulate more paid time off. So, for example, I'm at 5 weeks off of vacation.
Oh, nice.
Which is great, because I can take a week off in the beginning of the year, a week off in the summer, a couple of days off in between, and then another week off at the end of the year, and it's. And
That
then,
is good, yeah,
And then
yeah.
if you don't use your,
You can cash out.
You can cash out a week of your time, so it's like a little bonus for yourself, and help
Oh, for
buy Christmas gifts or whatever you want to do at the end of the year.
Extra
So it's
money.
great.
Oh my gosh, that's a
great
idea.
opportunity. And of course, You know, if you want to go to a restaurant, if you want to use the gym, you get discounts also for being an employee.
A lot of people play golf for free. So,
Yes, yeah.
that's-
So it's benefit after benefit, and then we have a referral program, which I think is awesome. If you refer after you start working there, you refer someone and they get hired as a full-time, you get $85 a person.
Oh,
They
nice.
get hired as a part-time person, you
Really?
get $45 a person.
Wow.
So it's really effortless. I mean, you can just tell someone, you don't have to necessarily know them.
Right.
You can just tell them, hey, you know, they're hiring, and if they go and say that you send them, you know, and they stay there for
Oh my
after
gosh.
3 months, that just goes directly into your bank account.
Hold
So-
on, I'm going to put in a swimming pool in my backyard. They're hiring right now.
Yes.
Over on top of the world. I just spoke to thousands of people. I'm just going to get a whole load of money now.
Yeah, so it's a lot of.
Tell them Larry sent you.
But you got to work there in order to get the money.
Oh, man.
So-
Oh, man.
Well, do you also train, because sometimes people don't really have any skills, but they have an interest in a certain area?
Absolutely. We always, that's another of the great benefits that for working on top of the world is that, you know, training, they take their time to train you. If you don't have the experience, they will take the time. Everybody's really nice, very, very helpful. And I mean, if you have any questions, they always train you, help you. You know, we definitely help in training, you know, whichever
And I
department.
can tell you one of the most important parts of training that we really emphasize is safety. So we really, I mean, everything they do is about, you know, eye protection, hand protection, especially if you're out residential landscaping. You're making sure that the employee is safe and healthy, because obviously it's important to us. It's the values that we carry that
Right,
are protecting our employees.
Is the culture of being healthy contagious? I mean, you both look so good. I mean, and I know you've brought people in here and that's their whole job, is to help people get back into being healthy, right?
I don't know if it's contagious. I'm doing it because I have to.
I want
Oh
to
my
ask.
gosh.
That sounds personal.
Oh my gosh. Well, you have a very family-oriented lifestyle over there also.
That's right. That's right. Well, it's not a, you know, it's not this huge corporation that's spread out throughout the country. The ownership is right there. Ken Colen, who will be here next week with us, the president of the company. You know, his father, Sidney Colen, started the company in 1947, and they always felt very close to their employees, and they always treated their employees with a lot of respect and care. And Ken maintains that same perspective of protecting the employees and caring for the employees and making sure that their family lives were also important, and then treating them like their family. So we have people who have been with the company,
Oh God, 40 years.
40 years
Oh my.
just
Yeah.
here. And you know, they're not like the top executives. They're people who started at the bottom and they've risen up. The guy who runs our parkway maintenance, our landscape crew, he started off
Cutting grass.
Cutting grass for something like 30
He's
years
a
ago.
superintendent now.
Yeah, he runs all of our maintenance now. So it's there's opportunity for growth as well.
And you're also hiring people that speak multiple languages?
Yes. We have a little bit of everything on top of the world. So that's not even, unless, of course, you have like a customer service where you have to talk to everybody, obviously. But we have people that don't even speak English at all. And we don't turn them down. I mean, if you're ready to work and you're willing, we'll help you.
Yep, and you know, Deanna speaks Spanish. One of my colleagues, he speaks Hungarian. So
Oh, nice.
Wow.
That is cool.
How often does that come?
no.
No.
There are a few residents on top of the world that are Hungarian, so it kind of works as
Is that
good
right?
PR
Oh, that's
a little bit.
interesting. Yeah. And do they hear about Top of the World in Europe? Is that how they end up? How do they find
I
it?
think usually they live in this area.
Oh, they come to
They're
Florida.
from New York or something like that.
Right,
They move
right.
here, yeah.
Do people, when they want to perform at your performance area there, outside, like during the 4th of July, you had a nice dance, the rock and roll dance band, then you had the Navy band. Do they come to Human Resources to apply, or how does that work when they want to perform on
Well,
your
that's,
square?
you know, the contract. Those are usually found by the event coordinators.
Oh, okay.
So we have event coordinators that maintain and manage, and I've brought Jo Salyers up here before. She runs the cultural center, so she is involved with bringing in those kind of
Concerts and things like that.
concerts, and then the performers for those kind of things. Yeah, marketing also will do certain events as well. And then, of course, any activity that the residents are putting on inside the community, they have their own clubs that put those together. But
Oh,
they don't
okay.
go through Human Resources for
Wait,
it.
you're really like the founding people of a whole city. I imagine that one day there will be some buildings that will be marked as landmarks. This one was here since whatever, and right? I mean, right now it seems funny because it's so new, but like you hear about that all the time. Like in St. Augustine, you have the oldest school building, right?
Well, let's hope we're around that long. That'd be great.
You know, when we went to the 4th of July thing, we noticed that the 55 plus rule does not apply to just visiting and watching those kids there. I mean,
Sure.
young adults that obviously weren't 55. It was fun.
Right, and it's, you know, the 4th of July spectacular, I don't know what you can call it, but the whole fireworks display and all the music, that's all just a gift back to the community from On Top of the World and from Ken Colen.
It's
And
like Shalom Park also. Like
Right.
we do activities and things
Yeah.
there, and
Right.
it doesn't necessarily have to be for residents. It's for everyone to come
Yeah.
enjoy. You
Right,
know,
and it's a
enjoy
thank
the
you
day.
to all of Marion County and to anybody out there who comes to visit, and it's our gift back to the
It's a
community.
huge gift. Can I ask how much those fireworks cost?
I don't know. You can ask. I don't have an answer.
We don't know. I mean, it was really
You
well
can ask
done.
Ken next week.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
When people come to apply, do they go directly to Human Resources, and can they also apply to work at Shalom Park through your Human Resources?
Yeah, anything that has to do with recruiting and hiring, employment goes through Human Resources. So they can either go to ZipRecruiter because I post there. Yeah, ZipRecruiter. I also have the Auto website, which is Auto Jobs, and we also advertise with CareerSource, which I just saw Laura. I just saw her.
Oh yes, she's coming in.
So yeah, we do
after you, I think.
events and we do job fairs with them as well. We have one on the 27th, Friday the 27th, and Silver Spring Shores. We're going to be at the community center there with the mobile, with the bus. They have a bus. So we're gonna be there. So we have different things, and of course, you know, Auto Jobs will be the best way to go because that is exactly what all the postings and everything is. And you have the job title, a brief description of the job description. So you know, if you're interested, right there and then you can apply. It says apply here. There's also a live chat, so you can press the button and actually talk to me. Yeah,
Really?
live.
They talk to you?
Yeah,
Isn't
they can
that
talk to me,
amazing?
Yeah.
That
So I
is
can be on the
pretty
phone
amazing.
recruiting. I can be online and live chatting with someone. I mean, there's many ways, and of course, stopping by the Human Resources Department, and they can do an actual paper. A lot of people are old school and they want to do the one-on-one, face-to-face.
Yes.
And if they want to do that, of course, they can come in, drop off a resume, they can fill out an application, and then we can talk a little bit about what they're looking for and things like that. So.
Well, they have to be social, though, when they want to work at On Top of the World, because you're out there and you are technically in front of people all the time, and you have to be able to chat if someone stops just to say hi, how are you doing?
Definitely.
That's part of actually the onboarding that they call it, the orientation for new employees. They take them through a whole history of the company. Maybe, you
I
can
do.
talk about it, but it's also to orient them to what is the culture of the company, and you know, so if they're asked questions, they have an understanding of what we're all about.
Yeah.
It's I always, when I do the onboarding, you know, the orientation, I go again, like I said, you know, the history of the company, how it was started, that we have On Top of the World in Clearwater. A lot of people don't know that, and most of the time they're like, "Oh, really?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's what that's where it all began." It was,
I want to go visit that one.
Yeah, it's really nice, but
Yeah.
the difference is they're buildings instead of homes. Like here, you have houses, and there you have buildings, but it's the same principle.
Apartments in
It's,
buildings?
A condominium?
Condominium.
Yeah, condominiums.
really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. How many are there? Like 90-something buildings.
Oh, there's more than that, but it's, yeah.
I want to visit that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very nice. What I like about it over there, they have a globe, like the world, right in front of the property. I think that is so cool.
Really?
I'll talk to
Oh.
Ken, tell him to bring it over here.
Yeah.
It's really nice. It's top of the world, and
I
you
was
have the
like-
world right in front of it.
We were watching this video the other day about River Walk, is that what they call it,
Yes.
down in Tampa? And that's kind of far from where you're talking about, right? Or is it not too
No,
far?
that's we're in Clearwater.
So it's from
closer to
looking at the
Clearwater.
map, it looks close, but it's not really.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it would look close, but it's about 15 miles, maybe less than that, to Clearwater Beach. So inside.
John, I bought my accordion in Clearwater.
Yeah, you did.
I didn't know you played accordion. That's really neat.
Yeah, it's the only place I can find in Florida, actually. But
Yeah.
little old guy. He might not be alive anymore. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
John, a real nice guy. Nice fellow.
So the culture of On Top of the World, I think we got a taste for that at the event. Because you can sort of feel how everybody is interacting with one another, not just the visitors, but also the people who could answer our questions about, you know, is it okay to set up a chair here, that kind of a thing. So, which by the way, we had a great place,
Where did you sit?
like one of the driveways. Like, I guess it was used for the golf carts, and then when the fireworks started, they said you can set up a chair right here, and I said, "Oh, great!"
There you go.
So it's
Front
right,
row.
yeah, right on the. I don't know if it's a driveway,
Right off the street by the stop sign, as soon as you come in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that help?
Near
Right
the
there.
cultural center or near the?
Near the
like
square.
directly across the street from where their fireworks were
Okay.
going off.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I know.
Nice view, huh?
I know. It was like 3D. I'm telling you. You could say I never have seen fireworks that close before.
Wow.
I don't think, except for the ones we did, the illegal ones.
Yeah. You have shops there too. You've got a wonderful ice cream parlor, and that is really a fun place to go.
That's fun, and then there's an arts exhibit there. Of course, then we have doctors' offices that are right there, and then we have some corporate offices as well. But yeah, so there's things to do there. But really, I mean, if you're talking about on top of the world things to do, so much of it is the activities and clubs that are inside.
If you could tell us about the future of On Top of the World, will it reach as far as the airport?
So the property goes right across the street from Westport High School. There's a section of it there on 80th Avenue
Okay.
and 38th Street, and it goes all the way from along that street to 60th Avenue. So it's a
Okay.
big piece of property.
Okay.
But the piece that's across the street from the airport, it's 308 acres. That's zoned for like industrial park kind of stuff, so light manufacturing, distribution centers, and
Is that yours? I mean, is that top of the world?
that's on top
Oh,
of the world.
really?
So it kind of fills into the concept of live, work, play. So you'll have houses that'll be closer to Westport, and that'll be multi-generational families, and that's going to actually start probably development late next year in 2020 even.
Oh my.
And
Really?
then the hope is that you'd have industry that would come in at 60th Avenue and 38th Street that would kind of provide people to be able to live along the way. And then there'll be recreation and all kinds of activities. And of course, across the street is the city of Ocala has a big recreation facility there as well.
Right, right.
So that kind of that live, work, play concept.
So will that section be not 55 plus?
That will not be 55. The concept now is not to be 55, a multi-generational.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Yeah.
Individual houses will be there as
Individual
opposed to
houses,
apartments or townhouses.
Right. Well, the full concept of what kind of houses will be there is not fully developed. Right now, it's single-family houses, but there's different ideas of that there would be alleyways, and that's where you would park, and then you would kind of more park settings.
Oh,
There wouldn't be
okay.
any golf courses, but there'd be a lot of walking and jogging trails and biking areas. And public, parks for the community.
Oh my gosh, it's
play.
kind of exciting to
it's
hear
really
that.
kind of neat ideas. We'll see how that fully develops. And like I said, next week, those are great questions for Ken to answer and to discuss is what does you see happening with
Yeah.
that property.
And I know this is not under your control, but the airport has announced that they are expanding as well. Do you see that as, are we, not just top of the world, but all of us here, are we going to be going there now to head out to wherever it is we travel to?
I haven't heard anything, but I think that would be great for us. It'd be great for industry right there across the street.
That's what I'm thinking, yeah.
And that's
yeah.
that's why that makes it a great industrial park is because there are industries that need airports.
Yeah, yeah. And I would just think just the residents, not just top of the world, but top of the world is in a prime location, not too close but not too far. You don't want to be too close to an airport either in some cases. Although I live pretty close to one in New York. Yeah. But I mean, it just seems like another real reason to want to live there.
Is Indigo East all finished building now?
It's not finished. We have a new section that's opening up there, but it's coming pretty close to full closure. They've sold out a lot of that, especially in the last year.
Oh, okay.
So there's still models that are open there off of, I guess that's 90th Street behind Lowe's. There's 200, and you turn right at Lowe's, and there's a model park back there, and that's inside the gates. We just opened up a new recreation facility at Indigo East. It's Indigo South, actually, and it's a beautiful swimming pool. It's a lap pool, and great exercise facilities inside the gym, inside the clubhouse there at Indigo. And we could bring Cammie back. She can talk about all the great things that go on inside there. But that facility is beautiful. It's brand new. There's an outdoor exercise gym equipment that's really cool. So a lot to do in Indigo.
Can people, if they have a human resources background, can they come in and apply also, where you could keep their name on file in case you're not hiring for any particular position?
Yeah, I have a lot of people actually that do that. They'll come in and they're like, I looked at your listing, you don't have anything that I'm interested in or I'm qualified for at this moment, but I would love to work here anyways. I'm like, okay, well, we'll take the application, and then, we'll look at the qualifications, and then if something in the future opens up, they'll kind of like they're on standby. We keep the application for up to 6 months. So if something does come available later on, and of course, the great thing about this is also they can go to AutoJobs. I give them my business card. I always tell them, keep on looking, keep on going to the website, and if you happen to see something that happened to open up, because it says when it was updated, and I update that sometimes depending on availability, of course, either weekly or every 2 weeks or whatever. So if you happen to see something that just opened up, you already have your application or your resume there. All you got to do is send me a message, call me on the phone, send me an email. There's many ways you can get a hold of me. Come in and say, hey, Deanna, you already have my resume, and I just happened to see this that was just posted this morning. Can you send that there? So once I have access to that resume, I can forward that resume or application to the hiring department as many times as they want me to, or as many different departments as they want to. So
Deanna, you like people calling you to have them send a resume to places? Is that
if that is what it takes, yes.
Okay.
Whatever it takes to fill out those positions.
Well, this might excite you. We may have an opening working with me.
Nice.
Dealing with new construction warranty stuff, and so if anybody's got that interest of working with homeowners, working on warranty stuff, it's not a guarantee the position's going to open up, but we are going to take applications on it, so and they can get a hold of Deanna for that. So it's a great opportunity for anyone. It's true, but
I thought you were going to say you were building a radio station over there.
yes, that's the next goal.
You would be fun to work with, though.
I am,
because you have so many things that you're involved with, and it would make a lot of sense to have somebody else with you that could be somewhere when you can't handle that.
How many guys do you
area.
have on your team right now?
There are 4 guys that work with me, and they deal with a lot of the stuff they deal with is customer service related. We do new home warranties. They do the enforcement of community rules. I brought them in, 2 of them in before.
Right.
Richard, who works with us, he's the one who speaks Hungarian. He runs all the cameras, security cameras throughout the community. So, we do a lot, but the job, primarily is dealing with homeowners and new warranty and taking a homeowner through their house and explaining how a house works. So those are.
Talk about the warranty a little bit. For somebody thinking about moving there, what does the warranty protect?
Well, you get what's called basically a 210 warranty. You get the 1 year, which comes to basically anything cosmetic, your baseboards, your doors, plumbing leaks. And then you get a 2 year, which covers systems. Your part of your air conditioning system that's covered. Your plumbing, your electrical systems are covered for 2 years, and then a structural warranty, which is 10 years. So if your walls or your trusses fail, then there's a coverage on that for 10 years. And I can tell you, because we're the owner and the builder and the developer, and we're there and we've been there from the beginning, really, even in the fee simple areas like Candler and Indigo, we really have been looking out for our people even years and years down the road, that if it's something that we should have seen or taken care of in the beginning, we take care of it later.
Oh, wow. That's
so
good
it's
to know.
really,
Yeah.
that goes to ownership of what we do and what makes us a great community. Inside the older communities, where we still are building new houses, they still, their roof is protected for the life of the house. We repaint the house every 7 years.
Wow.
And if they have leaks or anything like that, we go in with, there's things that we do as well to maintain the drywall. So we do a lot under our department.
And I know you said this before, but the lawn maintenance, is that done by the person living in the home, or?
Well, it depends. If you live in Indigo or Candler communities, it's your maintenance. Although Philip Heisey, who I brought in here many times, he has his own division that will do that, but that's a paid-for-service program. And then in the older communities on top of the world, Central Owners Association, we do have Parkway, which maintains the yards and pulls the weeds and plants it. And that's why we have so many houses there. That's why Deanna is so desperate to find
So many people you need,
people
yeah.
to come in there and
yeah.
help work it out. And it's a good job, and it's a great opportunity, and they pay well for an opening kind of job like that. So.
And people that are already working there in different departments, they're also allowed to apply for new positions.
Oh,
that open up.
absolutely. They know exactly what to do if where to go to see. And a lot of times the managers will just pop up and say, without even being posted yet, they will say, oh yeah, I'm going to have this position open or whatever, and they let the employees know. And I have once you're inside, it's easier for you to move around, because of course, that's what On Top of the World likes to help people grow. And we definitely give the opportunity to the ones that are already in before we even hire somebody from outside. So it's a great opportunity to grow with the company.
So it's
Excellent.
otojobs.com.
Oto Jobs, OTOW Jobs.
Okay, .com, right?
Yes.
Otojobs.com. And what was the other one you said before? The other?
Zip Recruiter.
Zip?
Zip
Recruiter, okay.
Yeah, I post up also there.
Okay.
But ZipRecruiter puts it out on like Monster and all this.
Yeah, it goes out to like
okay.
Indeed, and it reaches out all the other websites. But on top of the world, just as much. So you can.
And for the rest of
there.
us, just go look at the model homes. They're beautiful.
That's right.
Robert and
Outstanding.
Deanna, thank you.
Good,
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Chris Foster. The president